Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Mezco 112 Collective, the green goofy goobler, the green goblin. My main man, 50 grand, got the waves in his hair. We have Norman Osborn. Now, Norman Osborn, I'm a fan of him as a villain. Dude is straight Willem Dafoe evil energy, and I'm here for it. Like, Willem Dafoe captured him perfectly in the movies. I also feel like it's one of those things where Green Goblin is not difficult to get wrong, right. Like, he is a goon, he's psychotic, he's bipolar, but he's always conniving and he always wants the death and hurt of Spider-Man. Now, with that being said, Mezco kind of took a classic look and kind of modified it a bit to be modern and Mezco-fied. But I really, really dig these sculpts. I really dig the classic tunic style of Ditko, because in my Spider-Man review I said Ramita and I meant to say Ditko. But yeah, here we are with it. And I feel like it looks spectacular at a glance. Here we are. We have our tunic style, because, you know, back in the 60s and 70s, everybody wore tunics with jumpsuits, baby. But the mask is just where it's at. I love how this looks. I love how it's soft in the back. It's one of those things where I'm like, this is a wave, yo. No matter how I look at it, no matter what angle I put it at, this mask is terrifying and hilarious all at once. Down to the baggy tunic, right? Now, the one thing I'm disappointed about is the body style choice. While it looks great, it does prevent that crouch over for classic Green Goblin goodness. And that's a little bit of a bummer. Like, our articulation everywhere else is really solid. As you can see, we can lift our arms up, hit that T-pose, right? I don't know what's up with my focus lately. There we go. So as you can see here, hit a T-pose. We have bicep swivel. We have beautiful double joints. And I do believe this is technically the Constantine body. That's what it feels like. And you see you have the musculatory pecs there. There's even a six-pack under there. I think the problem is that it limits that articulation. See how it doesn't go anywhere? That's the biggest bummer about this figure, is that you will not get any real ab crunch. But what's crazy is, right, when you think about the leg choice, perfect. We have higher than 90 degrees. We have a thigh swivel going in and out. We got my main man doing real good at the knees. Like, that is a solid break your back knee, Bane knee. You know what I mean? We even have boot swivel, and we actually get generous ankle pivot, right? So if we think about how wild it is that he can be completely hunched over in a goblin position, neck joint looking fantastic, it's a bit of a bummer that we don't get that really good ab crunch, right? Because this would have been fantastic on this figure. It would have probably made this figure a perfect classic, in my opinion, if he would have been able to get that downward ab crunch. Because even when you rotate the legs all the way out and through, it just doesn't look the same. But man, it looks really good. But I would have loved the ab crunch there. That's the only real thing that I can honestly complain about that you need for a goblin figure that's going to sit on his glider. Now, with that being said though, because like I said, look at, like, this is fantastic that I could have him square up in what I call the goblin squat. This is like, my man is literally looking like a goon out here. Look at that. Square up, make Spider-Man mad, do dumb shit. Like, I love it. But it's just a bummer that we couldn't get that forward crunch. So that's my biggest gripe so far. That is, like, literally my biggest gripe. And it's a major factor for him, which is a little frustrating, but it's great because it looks so good. But I don't know how to feel about it, because it's quite conflicting. It really is. And with that being said, I want to go over the abundance of cool accessories that he comes with. So let's get to that. All right, now let's talk about our accessories. I think the first thing we should go over is probably going to be, let's go over the hand accessories, because the glider is going to take a second. So as we go over our hands, I love when they come in these because it makes things a lot easier for me to go over. Here we have some relaxed hands. We have item throwing and bat throwing hands. I got to take those out in a second to show you some stuff. We have pointing hands. We have one open regular hand, and this is going to be our hand for holding our glider. We're going to get into that in a second. We have pumpkin holding hands, and then we have more. Oh, actually, these are the bat effect throwing hands. You'll get an extra set of these to go for this. So this is going to be our bat throwing effect, you know. And then we have our pumpkin bombs. Pumpkin bomb's always great. So you get a flaming pumpkin bomb, you get the smoking timered pumpkin bomb, and then you'll get six regular pumpkin bombs, right? Then you'll have his patented satchel. This is important, right? Because no Green Goblin goes without their purse. This is like the real deal. You get a stuffer inside to keep it in form, but you can probably put some pumpkin bombs in there, some other stuff. And I'm actually gonna slide it on our boy right here, so you can see he mobbed up, right? And what's cool about it is that it is wired, so it has like some form to it, so you can do it like holding weight. So that'll look really cool. Again, I love that form, love it. Then you'll also get a bunch of other sculpts. Then one of them is going to be our cheese smiley sculpt, which is terrifying in its own way. These look crazy, but it's actually like really, really good. The teeth on this is crazy. Imagine if you like painted these all white instead of the beady eyes, it'd be wild, right? Then we have the laughing version. I'm actually gonna put him up against the Joker because I feel like this is an excellent set to do it with, the classic style way. Then we got the waviest of wavy hair. Here we are with the Norman Osborn unmasked head. Look at that. They included all the waves, bro. All of it. Like, I want to give him a do-rag because, first of all, you have waves going down and across, and it's parted perfectly. Man knew what he was doing, dog. I love that Spider-Man always makes a joke like, how do you get your hair like that? And no matter which way you look at this sculpt, it looks menacing in every which way, and I love that. Then we will get the, I don't know what to even call a sculpt, but it's definitely grit teeth, but he's definitely pissed off here, and I love it. You'll also get a unmasked holding mask. You'll have a hand there to hold it. And again, even when the mask is like off, it still looks terrifying. This is a great prop to use when you want to show that psychosis and duality of the Green Goblin. Next up, we will have our glider. The glider is really where it's at, dog. I like this glider a lot. It can shift, if I believe correctly, downward. There it is. So you can shift the glider downward for that classic stance. You can shift it across for that modern look. Underneath, you'll have some peg slots. So you can put your regular vents there for the turbines, or you can do the exhaust ones, and I'm actually going to get into that in a second. As you can see, the latches opened up. I'm going to put Goblin on there, but I want to show some other stuff, because on the backhand side, you will get the thruster effect. And I always suggest you heat this up first, because trying to put this in, it feels like it's going to like not go all the way through. So I definitely feel like you should heat it up. Make sure it just slides. There it is. See? But mine's definitely feels like it's a little tight. Then here we are with our thruster effects. Right? If I remember correctly, it goes, yep, like these. Is it? Yep. Or is it the other way around? Nope, it's like this. There it is. You gotta slide it in. Slide this one in. There we go. And now you have a little stand. Now let's put Goblin on there. Because he has that really good ankle pivot, it'll look good on it. Goes a little something like this. There we are. That beautiful ankle pivot definitely helps here. We can close our latches, right? If your latches don't close, I recommend just wiggling the foot around a little bit, and then just make sure it latches on. You'll hear a little sound like a click. Make sure they match up. I probably shouldn't be checking it because I'm telling you, like, there it is. Oh yeah, get that squat game. That shit serious, right? Because I didn't take the hand out like a crazy person beforehand, I will show you this is that if you feel like the hand cannot reach the latch, right? The coolest thing about this is that you can pull it up and it reaches the hand. So they did think of that for him holding it on the glider. I wasn't smart enough to think about taking the hand out. I should have done that, but I'm going to show you in photos later. But yeah, as you can see here at first glance, with the hunch over game and the help of this nice posing, despite not having an ab crunch, you can make him look good. I would have loved and preferred the ab crunch, but he does look really good on the glider like this. Is it a nice trade-off? I don't really know yet. Do I love the way it looks? Absolutely. It does work for me, but I don't think it's a worthy trade-off of getting rid of that ab crunch. But it does still look spectacular, sensational. But then that's just me wanting what I want, liking what I like. And then for those pointing hands, you have that finger blast effect. Right? And then we still have a slew of other effects. So you will get the Firebomb Pumpkin Bomb. You'll get the Ghost Halloween Special. You'll get the Throwing Frog. You get your regular turbine effects, and you can have your regular throwing bats to have in hand. And that counts for all of our accessories here for the Green Goblin. Now, what I am going to do is, I'm going to break out my Marvel Legends Green Goblin, or my Hobgoblin. I don't know who I have right away. But we're going to jump into a size comparison with a bunch of Spider-Men, a bunch of other villains, and let's have at thee. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, now let's jump into our size comparison. First things first, let's compare him to the Mezco Spider-Man. So let's get to it. Here we are with our childhood hero, the Spooter of the Mans. Now you can see the Goblin has some size on him. I do like it. I like it a lot. They actually look really good together. That classic Ditko style. These are actually really pretty together. They really do. Feels good to be a Spider-Man fan today. A lot of different forms of media. But yeah, anyway, let's jump into comparing about other stuff. Let's take you away. Let's compare to a Marvel Legends Green Goblin. And this one is not a fair comparison, strictly because of the price points being different. But I do like to show off the different Goblins comic-wise. I thought about using the movie one, but I was like, that doesn't feel the same. But these guys actually compare a little cool. Because it's cool to see like which renditions you get to see. This one definitely has an differently menacing face, but you can see size-wise like how they scale out. So I just wanted to show that off. And in case you want to do some Spider-Verse mixing and matching, here are a couple of other Spider-Men. Here we are with a Mafex Scarlet Spider, right? The Scarlet Spooter. Here we are with first appearance Marvel Legends, in case you want to get that down size-wise. Then next up, we have a Marvel Legends adult size Spider-Man. This one is the Ben version, and I was about to say Future Foundation, and that's obviously wrong. It's the goddamn Life Foundation. It's Life Foundation and wow, what is the name? It's not Roxxon. Why am I forgetting names? Anyway, I'm sorry that I've bored you with comic book names getting mixed up, but here we are size-wise scaling them out. And I do like that if you wanted to, you can actually mix and match a bunch of different forms of this media, and they look really good together. So I'm here for it. I like the different styles. Now, we're going to take these boys away. We're going to compare to some other stuff. So here we are with a 6-inch Valaverse, in case you want some goons to work for the Green Goober. Right? Then if you want to try some other stuff, we do have a few other things, which apparently I've completely and utterly misplaced a bunch of figures, and I played myself. So we're going to take a half-second pause, which won't mean anything to you. We're going to jump into some other figures. So now we're back, and real quick, here we are with the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Kuga in our Rising Dragon form. Then we have main man, 50 grand, Ichigo. Always got to make those appearances, baby. In case you're wondering, he is on a Gomez-style body. And as you can see, his head sits a little high because he's a blind cat. Last but not least, here we are with the Mythic Legion's Valiant Knight. In case you want to check out how he would square off with a knight. So as you can see here, lots of different sizes. Now, again, I really enjoy this figure, but it may not be for everyone, and that's totally fine. I know some people have made it abundantly clear in the Spider-Man video, but yeah, this one, it works for me in terms of that look, but a little disappointed in the ab crunch, and that's what it is. But overall, I'm hoping to do some really cool, crazy photos with this guy. I want him to look menacing, and the fact that he is a guy in a green scaled suit and a purple tunic is proof that it should be terrified enough, because he's scared with his fashion sense. He scares you with his fashion sense. He knows what he's about. And with all of that being said, please, despite anything you got going on in your life, try not to take your frustration out on others. Try to make sure you think with kindness and warmth in your heart. And please, make sure you be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.